Yo everybody, what's going on, man? Welcome back to another trade recap. Today is Thursday. Yeah, I'm already in a trade, man. It's currently 6:58. We had a nice reaction during pre-market off this area of demand. Kind of held structure, had a nice bullish move up, and yeah, I'm expecting price to continue moving up. So we're gonna see how this trade plays out. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I'm like super burnt out right now, bro. I feel like I've been running off of just like no sleep for like the longest past couple of weeks, man. So yeah, I kind of woke up a little bit late to trade. I'm not gonna lie. I was just in bed, bro, for a while. I was just watching the charts on my phone. But the cool thing about today is we did finally get the Wi-Fi fixed, so I'm able to trade off of my new setup for the first time. So we've got this monitor, man, which is super cool. So yeah, we'll see how this trade ends up playing out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The open has been a little bit choppy. So like you guys can probably see here, man, we tried to come back up above these this sort of cluster of just chop, and we've already been wicking down. So I don't know, man. But it's the trade I'm in. We'll see what ends up playing out, man. Hopefully we can catch a dub today. So yeah, I'll let you guys know what ends up happening. All right, so we came back and retested my entry yet again. So I went ahead and added one contract per account and then adjusted my stop loss because I figured if we broke below these wicks, this trade's probably cooked. And honestly, this shit is just looking super chopped right now, man. Like, I'm so tired of this freaking choppy ass price action, dog. Damn, bro, this shit was way too close, man. Right after I added to my position on this candle, I added one contract per account, man. That junk just launched, and obviously I moved my stop loss, whereas it was originally around here. I moved my freaking stop, bro. I think we got like what, one tick away from hitting that shit, bro. Then we started to freaking move back up. So that's a little update on the trade, man. Alright guys, man, I actually just freaking dubbed, bro. I don't know if you can see the executions or not, but we did, what did we do today? Our account, guys, is basically back to break even. We did 317 today, man. The account balance 49,921, bro. I probably could have gotten this shit back to break even, bro. Not gonna lie today. Dang, bro. I had to hold one more candle, bro. And I would have had the account back to freaking break even, man. Shit. Hey, man, it is what it is, bro. We still caught a fucking banger trade, man. Even with this choppy ass price action, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys on screen recording, and we'll get into what I saw that caused me to take this trade, bro. So yeah, man, let's get it. Alright, you guys, so man, we have actually been this week started off really bad, man. That first day, man, kind of had some crash outs, barely saved myself from blowing these accounts, man. I'm not even gonna lie, but dude, holy crap, somehow, man, we brushed all that fucking psychology from the first couple days of this league off, man. We ended up catching a couple nice dubs, man, even with this choppy ass price action, bro. So yeah, man, let's hop right into it, man. Let's go ahead and jump on the screen recording. I'll show you guys what I saw that caused me to take these trades, man. So basically, let's start off with TradingView, man. Off rip, dude. Off the open, man. I expect us to be bullish. Why? Because pre-market, we have been basically failing to break below this demand zone. We had a very nice push and then retest with this wick here and then followed by a very bullish candle. I'm pretty sure this was also news. So that is always good whenever the news candle respects our zones. And then, yeah, man, at the open, bro, I'm not even gonna lie, bro, we kind of just chopped around for a minute, man. And initially, I initially, what's it called? I initially only had this bottom zone marked out. If I can just, how do I change the color? Let's see. Okay. I don't know how to do, well, actually, never mind, it's right here. We can see this initial zone is the initial zone that I had marked out, but I went on to the 1 hour time frame, and we already had a nice bullish reaction here during pre-market. I noticed this candle came in, tapped into the zone, and then printed a bit of a red 1 hour candle, followed by a nice green 1 hour candle, and I figured that this area would turn into another demand zone that would be respected on top of this demand zone. And look at that, it actually did, because we had this nice move to the upside off of it. So I had a lot of bullish confirmations that made me assume that we're going to move up today. And then obviously, at the open we had this chop. We already moved up off this zone pretty nicely during pre-market for the news. We kind of created this sort of structure where we failed to really break below these wicks. Let me see. We had a couple of wicks here, man. All of this, just this whole area here was very bullish for me. And so yeah, man. Once we tried to come back down, had a nice push to the upside. Okay, this is an entry was supposed to be right here. I don't know why, but I don't know why I said it wasn't. But yeah, man, we basically had this nice bullish candle after this push to downside. Again, sellers failed to bring price below these demands. And then I went and entered on the flip of this candle. And like I said, man, immediately this thing started printing, man. We were up at 121. Initially the entry was at like 93.50, and then the stop was at, see, 88, 89, 90. It's like, or I think it was 83. Something like, yeah, initially the stop was at 83 below these levels here, and the entry was a bit lower. But you know, once we came up, you know, had this, we could see there were more wicks here, a lot of buyers, and then yeah, man, we freaking started moving back down. So I went ahead and added to my position, added one one contract per account for a total of 2 new contracts in the trade. Right, just because, you know, I saw we had a lot of wicks here. I felt like buyers were I felt like this area is probably protected by a lot of buyers. I figured if we really had a strong break below these wicks, we would most likely move down to my stop loss. So I went ahead and scaled in and adjusted my stop loss. And then what happened, we got literally 1 tick away from my stop, bro. Look at that, man. That, dang, bro. Imagine if I had gone stopped out because of that, dude. I do not know if I would be able to fucking live with myself. No, I'm just kidding. But still, bro, if I had gone stopped out because of that, dude, because I decided to scale in, add 1 more contract, get into my full position size, man, that would just be devastating. But, you know, I got extremely lucky with this one. I'm not going to lie. Never hit stop loss. Had a nice reversal. And then from there on, man, initially, dude, my freaking TP, bro, my initial TP was all the way up here at this area of supply, man. And if I had held 1 more fucking candle, dude, that shit would have just ripped right to full TP, man. And I would have been fucking completely break even on my account, bro. It's so devastating. But, like, let's look at the, this stuff here, man. Like, oh my gosh, bro, look at this missed opportunity, man. We could have caught like a whole nother like 1.5 R multiple just with these 2 candles, right? It's so fucked up, man. We sit through, how long was this trade? Let's check real quick. What is it, man? We sit through, are you seriously, bro, why will this shit never load, bro? Oh, somebody tell me why this shit will just never load. When I want to pull up the data, bro, for a video, it just refuses, bro. It just refuses to load, man. I'll try refreshing it 1 time, but it's probably not going to do anything, so... and I don't feel like logging out and logging in. But, like, dude, we were in this trade. What time is it right now? It's 8:23, so we got in around, like, 7. So we were in this trade for a little under, like, in between an hour and an hour and a half, man. And, there we go. Boom. So, yeah, we were in this trade for, where is the time? 1 hour and 1 minute. So I guess we were close to the hour time. Actually, no, that's the average. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that I had scaled in. We just trade for 1 hour and 17 minutes, man. So basically, exactly what I said, between 1 hour and 1.5 hours. But yeah, we were in this trade for that long, and like literally the first freaking hour, nothing, bro. We get close to my stop loss, we chop around for like a solid fucking 45 minutes, and then boom, we freaking rip. And as soon as I get out, bro, 2 candles, man, just to freaking, it's you know, it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna be too upset about that. But look, bro, look at the account balance, man. 49, where is it? 49, 21, 66. So all we need is, we don't even need a full 1-to-1 trade to get back to break even. Obviously, I'm not gonna just cut a trade just because I'm trying to get to break even, but we are right there, man. We're right there. And boom, 610 on the week per account so far. And you know what I'm going to do, guys? I recognize that going into the markets tomorrow, I really want to get into break even. I think I've already done really good for this week. I'm going to just lock it in here, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to lock the week in here. I'm not going to trade tomorrow. Price action has been very choppy for the past couple of days. I do feel like if we close above, what's it called? If SPY today can somehow close above 589, I feel like that will give us a very clear direction for Friday. But you know what I mean? I'm just gonna sit it out, man. I think that I've made enough money for this week. I don't want to have that extra psychology, you know, of like I'm almost break even. I'm almost back to break even, you know. So I don't want that to kind of play a part in the downfall, you know what I mean, tomorrow. So we're gonna just not even think about trading tomorrow, man. We're just gonna take this W week and lock it in here, man. A nice Thursday, very choppy PA, but somehow I've been doing really good at like figuring out the direction that we're gonna move, man. I've been doing really good at that. But so like even when price action is choppy, I'm able to have the right direction. I'm usually able to at least start off with a big enough stop loss, and then I'll end up adjusting it and adding to my position if I need to. But you know what I mean? I'm thinking that we just trade with our full position size from now on. 4 contracts per account. We've been using 3 contracts and then adding 1 contract after we see a move in our direction, followed by a retest of our entry. And we always make sure to add contracts while on profit, because we cannot be getting cooked by Apex with that DCA rule, you know what I mean? So we always make sure to add while we're in profit. Like I think I was up like $30 when I added to this position. And yeah, I think I did a decent job, bro, this week. I'm not gonna lie. Aside from Monday, and then Tuesday was that break-even trade that ended up hitting TP. I'm pretty sure after like a long ass time. But I don't think I did amazing on Tuesday, but I think that was a little bit hard on myself maybe. And then Wednesday, we had that choppy day where we took like a very small loss and then caught a dub, like immediately re-entering. And then today, man, we were just chopping around in this trade for a while, and then we eventually ripped up to the upside, which is what I was expecting. And so yeah, that was a clean move. And go ahead and start screen recording here, man. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the outro, because like I said, man, this was not really a clean day, but it's like I did enough things right to where it didn't matter that price action was super choppy. I had the right direction. I identified the areas where buyers were going to be. And yeah, I think I did really good with that. So I'll catch you guys in the outro. We'll see if there's anything else to talk about. And yeah. Alright, man. So I'm not even going to lie, bro. We somehow miraculously managed to bring the account from literally like $150 of trailing drawdown left before blowing both of the accounts. I keep forgetting that I'm copy trading 2 accounts. Both the accounts, man. Right there. Right at the freaking brink of being blown. Did I use that word right? I don't know. We were right there, bro. We somehow managed, after weeks of hard work and just fucking up, making mistake after mistake, we somehow managed to bring them basically back to break even, bro. We're not quite there. We need $80 more on each account in order to hit break even. But dude, we are right there, man. And that is like, if we get a fucking payout from these accounts, bro, that is like the comeback of a lifetime, bro. Literally, that is like the most insane comeback, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. If we can get a freaking payout from these accounts, dude, I think that is going to be saying something in terms of like my ability to just fuck up so massively, learn from it, and then somehow crawl my way back up, bro. So that is insane, man. And I'm not gonna lie, how I feel I did this week, I feel like, even though we started the week off very rough, man, we started off with that freaking Monday where we just overtraded like crazy, got very close again to blowing the accounts, man, and then caught a miraculous trade that somehow wiped out like $400 of freaking drawdown that we had on the day and ended us up green. That was very lucky, man. We did break our rules a couple times this week, man. We had one day where we didn't really trade with our strategy. We had one day where we overtraded, but obviously, when we have a day like today and yesterday where we end the day green, it's easy to stick to the rules. So I feel like, however, these market conditions, bro, these are the type of conditions that usually cause me to literally blow accounts. Like this choppiness, man. This is the choppiness from today and yesterday. This is the shit that causes me to blow accounts, bro. So the fact that I actually ended these 2 days green, I think is saying something. And it's not perfect, I still have like those freaking emotions I have to deal with when I'm sitting in a choppy trade, or finding the urge to like freaking overtrade, or you guys saw a lot of times this week I ended up getting out early from trades, taking small losses only to take a re-entry and then catch the move that I was looking for, you know what I mean? So it's not perfect, no, it's not perfect, but we are slowly making those we are slowly making those changes that are going to hopefully push us in the right direction. So yeah, the fact that we were able to drag these accounts basically back to break even, bro, I think that is just like so cool, dude. I think that is really cool, especially with the size that I trade, man. That's the only reason I didn't blow these accounts, by the way, is because I trade with such small size, That's something I don't really talk about that much, with my risk management in terms of the size that I'm trading, but I know that I have these days where I can really crash out, you know, and so I choose to just make sure I keep my size pretty small, which has definitely saved me in terms of these accounts, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, like I said, we're not gonna take a trade tomorrow. We're gonna sit it out. We're gonna kind of make sure that we are gonna be able to go into next week with the proper psychology, and we'll just basically it'll be like starting from a fresh account, you know, on Monday more or less. Like I said, only need 79. Let's see. $78.34. $78.34 until we hit that break even point on the account. So we're basically sitting in some fresh accounts pretty much. I'm hoping that now that we are back at break even, I'll be able to kind of disassociate that feeling, you know, that what's it called, that attachment I had with these accounts, where every time I was trading on these accounts I just associated them with like breaking my rules, you know, losing money and all that shit. I'm hoping that now that we've kind of proven to ourselves that we can really build these accounts back up, you know, that I'll just do the exact same thing that I did to put myself out of drawdown, and then we will just be at the freaking profit target. Because if you think about it, we had these accounts down to like 48, what was it, 48.5, maybe a little bit less. So we've made about $1,500 profit. But not profit, fucking stupid. We made about $1,500 to pull ourselves out of drawdown. So I can do that again and then add another 1,000 on top. 1,100 will hit the profit target. Wow, these accounts have been a fucking crazy journey. But, I mean, we're literally just right back at break even. But, you know, I feel like I have the confidence to the point where I'm like, okay, I know what I did wrong. I saw the consequences of my mistakes, you know, of my previous mistakes, you know. We had this big crash out day. I lost like $1,000 or something. And I had another crash day, and it got to the point where, you know, I got super close. I got like halfway to freaking the overall like blowing account, which is 47.5. But since I'd already had the accounts in profit, like $1,100, the trailing drawdown just completely fucked me, and so I was just like right there to blowing the accounts so many times. So I saw that firsthand. And I feel like I was given a second chance, you know, in order to actually trade these accounts and get a payout from them. So, you know what I mean? We are not going to waste that second chance, guys. Trust me, we're not going to waste that second chance. We're going to focus on sticking to these freaking rules that we have created. We're going to focus on identifying what market conditions I don't want to trade in, because they usually will cause me blow accounts. You know, we're going to focus on all of that stuff. Make sure that we do this right this time, you know. Like I said, we got a second chance. Basically fresh accounts, because we pulled them right back to break even. We got a second chance, and we are not going to waste this, bro. We're not gonna mess up, bro. This is the point. I swear, this is the point that I'm going to turn into like a fucking disciplined ass trader, bro. Maybe not quite profitable, but this is the point where I'm gonna really focus on just sticking to those damn rules, bro. Sticking to those rules. That's gonna be the focus. And yeah, you know, I think, like I said, I think it's cool that I was able to actually pull myself back. You know, I fucked up massively. I got his account super close to being blown. It was a crazy like roller coaster ass journey, bro. Trying to get us from freaking trailing drawdown to break even to trailing drawdown to break even. That happened like so many times, bro. But we freaking got it, man. We're basically at break even, and yeah, like I said, fresh accounts pretty much, and we're just going to do it right this time. We're going to do our best. We're going to take that learning experience, make sure we do not make the same mistakes, you know, because I saw how fucking frustrating and stressful that can be, man. So we are going to try and make, like I said, we're trying to make sure we don't make the same mistakes, and we're going to really lock in and just try and get the fucking payout, bro. So, all that being said, man, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys did good trading today, and I will catch you guys on Monday, because I won't be trading tomorrow. So, yeah, peace out, everyone.